Yes. Yeah. Have you ever noticed that most people our age are in committed relationships? Or is this coming from... It's an observation I've made. Just answer the question. Yeah, but most people our age haven't accomplished nearly as much as we have. Is that what you tell yourself? Every day, yeah. Does it help? Not at all. I see. So did you bring this up just to depress me, or was there a point? Yes, I have a, I guess you could call it a proposition. Go on. Generally, couples begin dating in their early to mid-20s and get married their late 20s to 30s. I'd say that's a fair generalization. On this, we are both behind. Correct. So if we both continue to be lacking in that department by the time we reach our 30s, it is doubtful that we will have any future luck. Really doing wonders for my ego here, V. So logically, it makes the most sense that if we are both still single by the time we are both 30, that we should marry each other. Oh. And thus you wouldn't be interested? No, I didn't think getting married was important to you. It was not. Then I learned about the tax benefits that Piltover offers to married couples. I see. We cannot rely on sponsorship money forever, and it would be beneficial to have a financial plan. You're right. But you are not convinced? I'm a bit more romantic. Having a relationship solely based on tax benefits isn't really what I envision for my future. I understand. So I guess my condition would be that you would have to let me take you out on dates from time to time. I suppose that is a fair compromise. And my mother would be disappointed if I got married without a ceremony. We couldn't have that. So we'd of course have a wedding, which I have no issues with. Good. But that would affect the timeline, as I have been told that weddings take a significant amount of time to plan, and the goal of this is for neither of us to be single at the age of 30. Right, so we need to adjust the start of the plan to include pre-wedding planning. A year should be reasonable. 2 years. I'd probably ask Kate to be my best man, and once the Kiramans are involved, things get significantly more complicated. Very good point. Okay, so if we're both still single at 28, we'll get married. Yes. I have just realized something. Yeah. Most couples live together sometime before marriage. I mean, that's the smart thing to do. You'd want to make sure you can live well with someone before you commit to spend the rest of your life with them. And we would not want to leave that much of the area of improbability. It would be reckless. We would want enough time to make sure that we can cohabitate well and it's not just a honeymoon phase. That's only logical. In that case, we would need to adjust the timeline another 2 years closer. That sounds safe. But it does take time to find a good apartment here, and we are both still living out of university housing. I suppose we would need to begin looking for a 2-bedroom a year prior? It would cut costs to do a 1-bedroom, and we spend most of our time here at the lab, so it's not like we need the extra space. Then the whole point of this is to be cost effective. So, assuming it would take about a year to find a good place and set a move-in date, let's adjust the timeline further to 25. If we're both still single at 25, we will get married. Deal. You're 24. I feel like an orange. I think we have in the pantry. Yes, but that's so far away and I'm so focused. Is this a trap? What? This is a trick. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm gonna go get it for you. And peel it. And peel it. And then you're gonna yell at me. Why would I do that? Because the last time you implied that I should get something for you, and I did, you then said, Jace, do you really think I couldn't have done that by myself? I don't know what you're talking about. And then you said, is this because I use a cane? You think I'm not capable of walking from one side of the room to the other? Right. And then when I said, no, of course not, you then said, oh, so it's because I'm from the Undercity. Actually, I remember now. And then you called me ableist and classist and said I should be ashamed of myself. Yes, well, that was funny. Uh-huh. I still want an orange. I'm going. Victor, you once told me that all systems have a limit. Yes, that's true. How did the rest of that conversation go? What? You are quoting me to me, so I just want to make sure that you have the full context. I told you all systems have a limit. Then you said except for my own, and downed a mug of hot coffee, and then proceeded to not sleep for the next 24 hours because you were on the verge of a breakthrough. When I came back to the lab the next morning, you and Jace were both lying on the floor, and all of the notes you had made were in gibberish, which you were also speaking to each other. And I don't think you were wearing any clothes. It was hot in the night, and also I am a weak man. And the entire lab smelled like burnt coffee and sugar, but you kept insisting that Jace put the sugar in your coffee wrong, and then you drank several more cups of coffee and didn't go home until I called Heimerdinger, who yelled at both of you. Yes, I do not make healthy decisions. Okay, I'm going to go fix the weird dog man now. Why did I have a crush on you? Hey, you busy? No, cool, come here. Actually, I was very occupied blending into the wall. You mean watching me flounder from across the room? It didn't look like floundering. You're very popular. They won't leave me alone. Is that why we're currently being approached? What? Oh, God. Hi! Have you met my partner, Victor? Hello. Should I bother asking if you've thought through the repercussions? Of what? Letting half of Piltover believe we're partners. We are partners? Jace. Can we just let people think it? For a little bit? Please? Trying to drive away suitors? Something like that. And what if you give the wrong impression to someone you're actually interested in? I'm not worried about that. Hey, are you free someone to get coffee? I really want you to meet my partner. I don't know, Jace. I'm really cramming for this Enforcer Academy exam, and I still feel like no one's taking me wanting to join the Force seriously. And what did you say? I want you to meet my partner. Like, when you're free, obviously. I know it sounds like you got a lot on your plate right now. Yeah, go back. What? You want me to meet my partner? Huh. You okay? No, I'm great. I'm delighted, actually. I'm so happy for you. Yeah, you're acting weird. Are you not getting enough sleep? You know, people do not realize how important that is. The other day, I was telling Victor that no matter how much caffeine you have... Victor! Yeah, Victor, my partner. Your partner. Victor. Who is a man. Okay, Sprout, let's have you sit down and maybe take a break from studying from your cop exam thing. Jace, I'm fine. I'm just surprised. You just didn't seem like the type to, have a partner? Is that supposed to mean I don't work well with other people? Because I am actually perfectly capable of... No, I mean, you're kind of egotistical. Why do people keep saying that? But now that I think about it, there were signs. I'm not following this conversation. I just can't believe we never talked about this before. You know you can tell me anything, right? All this stuff with Victor is kind of relatively new for me. Oh, okay, you just figured it out and you already have someone. Cool. Good for you. Thanks. I'm really excited to meet him. Okay, yeah. Just, promise you'll take a break for a little bit. Definitely. That was weird. Kind of like she thought that I... Oh. Would you still love me if I was a worm? In what context? What do you mean? Did you just become a worm? Which case my primary focus would be understanding how that transformation is possible. Okay. If you were always a worm, that would alter the entire history of our partnership. Sure. as I do not believe it was likely that a worm would be accepted into the university, much less given access to scientific equipment. Sound logic. Thus, it is unlikely that I would have even met Worm You. Uh-huh. Which leads me to believe you are thinking of the first scenario in which you have somehow been turned into a worm. Yeah, would you still love me? What? I'm joking. Jace, yes, I would still love you if you were a worm. I would love you in whatever form you took, no matter where we were, as long as I was still me and you were still you. Just try not to get yourself into that type of situation. It seems like an annoying one to solve. I'll make sure to avoid it. Jace? Yeah? Would you... Yeah, I love you no matter what. I was actually gonna ask you would pass me that eraser. Very funny.